2026 Missouri DMV Air Brakes Class B Test 125 questions and complete answers. Question 1. A safety valve is set to open at blank pounds per square inch psi. Option 100. Option B 150. Option C 200. The correct answer is option B 150. Explanation. The safety valve protects air tanks and the rest of an air brake system from accumulating too much air pressure. The safety valve is usually set to open at 150 psi. Question 2. In a dual air brake system, air pressure should build from 85 to 100 psi within blank seconds. Option A, 25. Option B, 10. Option C, 45. The correct answer is option C, 45. Explanation. When inspecting a vehicle with a dual air brake system, you should wait for air pressure to build from 85 to 100 psi in both the primary and secondary systems. This should take about 45 seconds. Question 3. A dual air brake system, option A, consists of two separate air brake systems that share a single set of controls. Option B is a single air brake system with two different sets of controls. Option C consists of one air brake system for the left side of the truck and one system for the right side of the truck, each with its own set of controls. The correct answer is option A. Consists of two separate air brake systems that share a single set of controls. Explanation. A dual air brake system is made up of two separate air brake systems. The systems share a single set of brake controls, but each has its own air tanks, hoses, and lines. One system typically operates the regular brakes on the rear axle or axles, while the other system operates the regular brakes on the front axle. Question 4. An alcohol evaporator in an air brake system. Option A makes the brakes work without squeaking. Option B prevents ice from forming in the braking system. Option C lubricates parts of the braking system. The correct answer is option B, prevents ice from forming in the braking system. Explanation. Some air brake systems include an evaporator that introduces alcohol into the system. The alcohol can help prevent ice from forming within the system. Question 5. While driving, blank generally holds spring brakes in place. Option A, air pressure. Option B, electricity. Option C, gasoline. The correct answer is option A, air pressure. Explanation. While driving, spring brakes are generally held in place by air pressure. If the air pressure gets low enough, the springs will activate the brakes. Question 6. What helps prevent wheel lockup when braking? Option A, an anti-lock braking system ABS. Option B, air brakes. Option C, an alternator. The correct answer is option A, an anti-lock braking system ABS. Explanation. The purpose of an anti-lock braking system ABS is to prevent wheel lockup while brakes are being applied. Question 7. Which of the following is not part of a vehicle's air brake system? Option A, air gauges. Option B, low pressure warning device. Option C, air filter. The correct answer is option C, air filter. Explanation. Components of an air brake system include an air compressor, an air compressor governor, air storage tanks, air tank drains, an alcohol evaporator, a safety valve, a brake pedal, foundation brakes, supply pressure gauges, an application pressure gauge, a low air pressure warning signal, a stoplight switch, a front brake limiting valve on some older vehicles, spring brakes, and parking brake controls. Question 8. The air storage tanks. Option A, hold only enough air for one braking cycle. Option B, hold enough air for the brakes to be used several times if the compressor stops working. Option C, Do not hold air unless there is an emergency. The correct answer is option B. Hold enough air for the brakes to be used several times if the compressor stops working. Explanation. The air storage tanks in an air brake system store compressed air to be used for braking. They hold enough air for the brakes to still be used several times if the compressor stops working. Question 9. The leakage rate for a single vehicle with air brakes should be no more than blank in 1 minute during a static leakage test. Option A. 1 psi. Option B. 2 psi. Option C. 3 psi. The correct answer is option B. 2 psi. Explanation. When performing a static leakage test on a single vehicle with air brakes, the leakage rate should be no more than 2 psi in a minute. If the air leaks from the air brake system at a quicker rate, the vehicle should not be driven because something likely needs to be repaired. Question 10. During an applied leakage test, the maximum leakage rate for a triple combination vehicle is blank in a minute. Option A. 2 psi. Option B. 4 psi. Option C. 6 psi. The correct answer is option C. 6 psi. Explanation. It is important to know the maximum air loss rate that is safe for your specific vehicle. A triple combination should have a leakage rate no higher than 6 psi in a minute during an applied leakage test. Question 11. If air pressure drops to a level between blank, a visual low pressure warning signal should have already activated. Option A. 55 and 75 psi. Option B. 80 and 95 psi. Option C. 65 and 100 psi. The correct answer is option A. 55 and 75 psi. Explanation. A visual low pressure warning signal should activate before air pressure drops to a level between 55 and 75 psi. This signal could be a light, a buzzer, or a wig-wag. Question 12. Before driving a vehicle with air brakes, you should ensure that the blank come on automatically when air pressure falls below 45 psi. Option A. Spring brakes. Option B. Parking brakes. Option C. Air brakes. The correct answer is option A. Spring brakes. Explanation. Before driving a vehicle with air brakes, you should ensure that the spring brakes come on automatically when air tank pressure falls to a level between 20 and 45 psi. You can do this by chalking the wheels and releasing air from the braking system by stepping on and off the brake pedal. Once the pressure levels drop to an unsafe level, the parking brake valve should pop out and spring brakes should come on. Question 13. What does an air compressor do in an air brake system? Option A. It pumps air into the air storage tanks. Option B. It fills the tires. Option C. It moves air to the back of the truck. The correct answer is option A. It pumps air into the air storage tanks. Explanation. In an air brake system, the air compressor pumps air into the air storage tanks. The air compressor is controlled by the air compressor governor. Question 14. When parked on a flat surface, you should: Option A. Use wheel chocks to prevent your vehicle from moving. Option B. Not use wheel chocks. Option C. Use wheel chocks, but only if you have applied the parking brake. The correct answer is option A. Use wheel chocks to prevent your vehicle from moving. Explanation. When parking on a level surface, you should use wheel chocks if the vehicle is not equipped with spring brakes. This is essential to prevent the trailer from moving. Question 15. To ensure normal stopping power, drivers of vehicles equipped with a front brake limiting valve should: Option A. Set the control to normal. Option B. Set the control to the off position. Option C. Set the control to the neutral position. The correct answer is option A. Set the control to normal. Explanation. Some older vehicles have front brake limiting valves with normal and slippery settings. Setting a brake limiting valve to slippery reduces the vehicle's stopping power, so a driver should make sure the valve is in its normal position. Front wheel braking has proven to be effective in all driving conditions. Question 16. Air brakes use blank to function. Option A, compressed air. Option B, liquid air. Option C, nitrogen. The correct answer is option A, compressed air. Explanation. Air brakes function through the use of compressed air. Question 17. When stopping in an emergency situation, you should: Option A, veer your trailer to the right and stop. Option B, stop in a straight line. Option C, veer your trailer to the left and stop. The correct answer is option B, stop in a straight line. Explanation. If you need to make an emergency stop, you can use either the controlled braking method or the stab braking method. It's important to brake in a way that keeps your vehicle in a straight line but will still allow you to turn if necessary. Question 18. Air tank drains should: Option A, only be used by mechanics. Option B, only be used when it is wet outside. Option C, be used to drain the tanks completely. The correct answer is option C, be used to drain the tanks completely. Explanation. In an air brake system, air tank drains are used to remove water and compressor oil from the air tanks. When operating a drain, be sure to drain the tank completely. Question 19. In a vehicle with dual parking control valves, a separate air tank can be used. Option A, to make the air brakes work more effectively. Option B, to temporarily release the spring brakes. Option C, to charge the brakes on the rear trailer. The correct answer is option B, to temporarily release the spring brakes. Explanation. In a vehicle with dual parking control valves, there is a separate air tank that can be used to temporarily release the spring brakes if they have been activated due to low air pressure. Pushing in the proper control will release the spring brakes for a short period of time, allowing the driver to move the vehicle in an emergency. Question 20. When traveling down a steep downgrade, option A, the air brakes should be used. Option B, the vehicle should be placed in a low gear and the driver should use engine braking. Option C, the driver should continually downshift instead of using the brakes. The correct answer is option B. The vehicle should be placed in a low gear and the driver should use engine braking. Explanation. On long and or steep downgrades, you should primarily use engine braking to control the speed of your vehicle. Use your brakes only as a supplement to this effect. Question 21. If the safety relief valve in an air brake system is releasing air, option A, you should not be concerned as this is a normal process. Option B, there is something wrong with the brakes. Option C, the valve is operational. The correct answer is option B, there is something wrong with the brakes. Explanation. The safety relief valve in an air brake system releases air if necessary to prevent pressure in the system from becoming too high. If the valve starts releasing air, there is something wrong. Have a mechanic fix the problem. Question 22. A slack adjuster should move no more than blank from where it is attached to the push rod. Option A, 2 inches. Option B, 5 inches. Option C, 1 inch. The correct answer is option C, 1 inch. Explanation. Before a trip, you should check each slack adjuster after parking, setting wheel chocks and disengaging the parking brake. Cool the slack adjusters to make sure that they do not move more than about 1 inch from where the push rod is attached. If they move more than 1 inch, they may be out of adjustment and will need to be fixed. Question 23. You should blank if the low pressure warning signal activates while you are driving. Option A, stop where you are and park. Option B, exit the roadway as soon as safely possible. Option C, continue driving normally. The correct answer is option B. Exit the roadway as soon as safely possible. Explanation. If the low pressure warning signal activates while you are driving, it is important that you safely exit the roadway as soon as possible and park your vehicle. If the air pressure gets too low, the brakes will no longer work well enough for you to stop safely. Question 24. A wigwag is option A, a low pressure warning device. Option B, a tube that carries air to the brakes. Option C, a type of air brake system. The correct answer is option A, a low-pressure warning device. Explanation. Vehicles with air brakes are required to be equipped with a low-pressure warning device. A wigwag is a type of low-air pressure warning device. This device drops a mechanical arm into the driver's view if the pressure in the tanks drops to a level between 55 and 75 psi. Question 25. Having ABS on only one axle. Option A, can be dangerous. Option B, still allows you additional control when braking. Option C, slows the vehicle but cannot stop it. The correct answer is option B, still allows you additional control when braking. Explanation. If you have an anti-lock braking system ABS equipped on only the tractor, only the trailer, or only one axle, you will still have more control over the vehicle when braking than you would without ABS. You should brake normally.